Welcome to the Health Coach Nation podcast. My name is Hailey Rowe, and I'm a sales and marketing coach and LinkedIn lead generation service provider. I work with health, life, and mindset coaches and online service-based business owners to help them get more sales, shift their time to the client-generating activities instead of just the busy work, and overcome that social media overwhelm. Let's get into the show. If you're ready to take on your next paying clients, I have good news. My free 4 Basics of Client Attraction and How to Stand Out class is live at haileyrowe.com/client-attraction. In the class, you're going to learn the top 2 traits I recommend for most coaches and entrepreneurs if they really want to turn this into a career. You're going to learn how you can build demand for your services and stop getting crickets on your posts. You're going to learn the sales roadmap I used to improve my sales conversion rate and help my clients do the same. And you're going to learn so much more. So go to haileyrowe.com/client-attraction and get your copy of the class today. Let's talk about how you can get more reach on your Facebook posts. If you've been struggling and wondering, why bother with this posting thing? I feel like nobody really responds or resonates. This video is going to be for you because we're going to talk about what you can tweak to get more reach, get more attention on your posts. But before we do, I want to let you know a disclaimer that sometimes there's people reading your posts and enjoying them and getting value from it and really getting ready to reach out to you for coaching or for your service. And they just aren't what we call, they are invisible followers. And that's okay. And honestly, I've had people who've been following me for a couple of years sometimes on discovery calls saying, who I never even knew was in my group because they never engaged, they never liked, they never commented or whatever. And we're like, oh yeah, your posts were so great, like blah, blah, blah. So just know there are invisible followers. Now, before we get into the training, I want to let you know about a free private live training I'm going to be doing, teaching you all the fundamentals to be booking, getting paid clients consistently and doing it without social media overwhelm in particular. So if you don't want to rely solely on social media to grow your business, or you want to be able to grow your business without stressful launches, this training is going to be for you. You can learn more about it and the Zero to Hero Inner Circle, which is my customized group coaching program at haileyrowe.com/training. And this is going to be a hands-on live training. And I'll be announcing soon a giveaway that I'm going to be offering the attendees who come to the training. That's going to be really exciting when it comes to getting some coaching yourself. If you've ever wanted free coaching with me, this is going to be an exciting opportunity. And there will be a winner to get some free coaching with me. So make sure to apply for that at haileyrowe.com/training. And let's get into this class. Here we go. So with Facebook, here's the thing to know. Business pages get probably about 6% reach, it's unless you're like paying for advertising, which you don't need to do if you're starting out. Don't go do that just because you hear that it will help you get more reach, unless you have a real clear strategy and plan and proven process that has worked organically and all that. But anyways, the point being, if you're posting all the time on your business page and you're not really doing anything else on Facebook, it's time to shift your focus a little bit. So that doesn't mean just quit altogether posting on your business page, but it does mean maybe consider sharing your business page post to your personal profile every once in a while. So like doing a share where you can click share on the actual post on your business page to your personal feed. Or consider maybe talking about your business in a unique way on your personal profile a little bit, not being promo-y, not being salesy, following the Facebook rules as far as, they usually say you can't promote on your personal profile. So making sure you're not like saying, buy my program. But talking about what you do in a unique way on your personal profile could be good. And then the other thing is with Facebook groups, either start your own group as a way to foster a community and make your time worth it on Facebook, and to be able to come up and search for, like, if you coach about or you have a service about a certain topic and you put those keywords in your group title, people can organically find you that way. So that would be a good way to utilize Facebook groups, is have your own. That's a long-term strategy. But the other thing you could do is be in groups, be involved in groups, share value posts to groups to get your face seen, to get people to click on your profile, and out of curiosity, probably if you posted a good post in a group, And they might check out your profile and be like, oh, cool. This person in their about section on their personal profile says that they do X. I like that. I'm going to follow this person, or I'm going to add this person as a friend, or whatever. So get your face seen in groups by bringing value, not promote, you don't have to be promo-y, but share, a post you did on Instagram that was really useful for people and repurpose it to a Facebook group, for example. So that's going to be key. If you really want to get a little bit more reach than your efforts you've been spending on your Facebook business page. And the other suggestion is on your personal profile, if you have nothing about what you do in your about section, you don't have your website linked in your about section, definitely set up your profile to show that you're a business owner, that you love what you do. Maybe have a couple of like stories where you personally shared a client win on your personal profile. Now in a non-salesy way, of course, because it's your personal profile, but just being like, love what I do, just was talking to a client about blah, 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 something like that. So that's the first thing. The next thing is, if you do have a community of your own, or you did a post that could kind of generate some conversation, you could go in the comments of that post and tag a couple people who are in your Facebook group or whatever, and just kind of be like, let's say you went over a fear you had that you overcame. And maybe in the comment section, you're like, what's one fear you've overcome, something like that. And you tag a couple of people to engage. And if people are commenting on your post, that tells Facebook, oh, this is a post people are spending time on. It must be good. Let's show it to more people, right? Now, the next thing is you want to, if you're writing your posts, sometimes we have to talk about how you're delivering your Facebook posts. So the first thing is, if you're doing chunky, long paragraphs, that's not going to help you get more attention on your posts. It's going to cause people to not really want to read it, right? So even though it feels counterintuitive to put one sentence in its own paragraph, and that's not like grammatically correct, do it, space it out. Make sure it's not, there's white space in between your posts. And the other thing is, when you're structuring your posts, you want to think about following some kind of structure that gets people to keep reading. So you want to have like a hook or a headline at the top that catches your ideal client's attention, that makes them want to keep reading. And then you do want to elaborate on the pain or the goal that your ideal clients have in the middle of the post, in the body of the post. Maybe tell a story or give an analogy or give education in that section. And then you want to have your call to action at the end. And calls to action do not have to be something really salesy all the time. It doesn't have to be work with me, go to my website and book a free call with me. It doesn't have to be that way. It could be tag a friend who needs to hear this today, or share this post with all your fellow lady friends, or whatever. Like it could be something simple like that, or comment, share what you love about Tuesdays, whatever it is that's related to the post, of course. But when you're doing calls to action, and if you get stuck on calls to action, comment 20 calls to action below, because I have a 20 calls to action guide I could share with you. But the point being, if you get stuck on those, just make sure you're doing it in some way, shape, or form, and it will start to become more natural. And the other thing is, when you're posting calls to action, be careful about the words you're using, because Facebook actually has a way to detect if you're using words like flash sale or buy now, or, comment below or like this post. If you're telling people to do things like that, it actually detects it. And it doesn't share your post with as many places because it sees it as promo-y. So, and you're not paying them for ads. So they're like, why should we help you promo when you're not paying us for ads, right? Facebook didn't tell me this. That's just my thought process about why they probably do that. So anywho, you definitely want to, if you're going to use words like that, space out the letters so it's not all in one word, or put emojis in between your letters, or use a different word that's a little more careful to not get punished on your posts. Now, the next thing, once you have good posts, structure, caption-wise, you might put a GIF with that. You might put a photo with that. You might put maybe focus more on videos, but you don't want to just have a blank post with nothing involved with it, like a photo or something like that. And you don't want to put your links in that post either. So if you have a link to your website you were going to share in your caption, instead say link in the comments below or link below, and put it in the comments section. Because if you put a big URL in your Facebook post and Facebook is like, oh, this person's trying to direct people off of our platform. We want people to stay here. So we don't really want to share that, right? But if you put it in the comments, usually you can, that's the way around it. Now, the next thing is you don't actually have to post multiple times a day on Facebook, nor should you, because it turns out most recent data shows that if you're posting more than 1 to 2 times a day, your post will get like 60% less reach. And that's not one of those platforms where you have to post all the time. You can post to your stories on Facebook multiple times a day, but posting just, to your feed, you don't want to do that probably more than 1 to 2 times a day. Now, that could change, and the Facebook data changes all the time. So continue to Google like Facebook updates to just see things that have changed with Facebook, maybe at once a quarter or so, but that's going to be important. The other thing you want to think about with Facebook is how can you, when you're going to post a video, it's best to just go live, because when you go live, your audience gets notified. Facebook likes to promote that and give it more reach compared to if you uploaded a video that was from your phone and it's not live. You don't want to just take a video from your camera roll and just put it on Facebook. Now, it's not to say that that won't get views. It will, but you'd probably be better off going live if you can. And if you are going to post a video from your camera roll to Facebook, I would definitely recommend you do take advantage of Facebook Reels now, where you could take a short clip like that you did on an Instagram reel that you had on your camera in your phone and put it as its own Facebook reel. And Facebook Reels right now are getting more reach because it's the newest thing. And Facebook, probably is trying to promote those at this time. And I've noticed that mine, when I do it natively in the Facebook Reel section, upload one of my short videos there, it gets more reach than if I took an Instagram reel per se that I already did on Instagram and reshare that to my Facebook, if that makes sense. Now, do what you can at this time, of course. So if that's the only thing you can do right now due to time or whatever, fine. But that's something to think about, is maybe take advantage of Facebook Reels. And the other thing is just one easy step after you do each post is to share it to your Facebook story, to your Facebook page story, so that it gets, in people's story feed on Facebook in addition to their news feed. A lot of people use stories, but not necessarily are scrolling as much through their feed. The other thing to think about is if you are going to, never mind, I covered all of them. So do you have questions about Facebook, about growing your audience, things like that? Feel free to share below. And be sure, if you want a deeper dive into my process for how to market yourself online, how to get clients, how to not let marketing take over your whole life and feel sad and defeated with no traction, come to the private training. It is haileyrowe.com/training, and I can't wait to meet some of you there. Have a great day. Thanks so much for listening to this podcast, and if it's really helpful for you, I'd really appreciate if you share it and or leave a written podcast review. This tells the podcast sites that our show is useful, and it will be promoted to more people that way. Thanks again.